Hey y'all, I can't even hold back my excitement right now. I feel like this is a launch that a lot of us have been waiting for, especially if you are also a fan of Glossier. So real quick intro, hi, my name is Pamela. I'm a skincare and beauty content creator as well as a licensed esthetician and acne specialist. But today I am a bit of a Glossier stan. I'm not gonna lie. Some of y'all have found me from my series, Does Glossier Actually Do Anything? A question that some of us are still answering today, but they got a new launch for us, y'all. I'm so hyped. So let's just get right into it. So Glossier has just released 3 new products. I kind of look like 6. Okay, here we go. They have expanded their stretch concealer shades, which was originally 12 shades, to now 32. Y'all already know I'm excited. Anytime there is a shade range expansion, that just means more diversity, hopefully. But as a girly with Olive Undertones, if y'all haven't seen that video, check it out right here. I also shared a hack back in the day about how I used to fix my Glossier concealers so that they match my skin tone a little bit better. The struggle is over. I ain't gotta worry about that no more, y'all. A couple months ago, Glossier did reach out to me. Oh, look at this, I'm so excited. They gave me the opportunity to be a part of the launch a little bit ahead of time, so this was a gifted product. I did let them know what my current shade is in the Glossier Stretch Concealer, which is G8. It started off as G6, and then I realized G7 was better, and then I realized G8 was better. And that was kind of like an issue with Glossier a little bit before they came into Sephora, because a lot of people didn't know which shade they were, you know. Unless you had a Glossier store near you, it was hard to guess your shade online, you know. This is a thick little rubber band though. I don't know what to do with it now, but I feel like I want to keep it. Maybe it's like a, what is it, like a resistance band? Ideas. So they did say that I believe they were gonna send 3 shades that would be my closest match, so here we go. So here we have some cute imagery. I know y'all just want to get to the good stuff, right? Oh wow. Oh, I didn't even mention what the other 2 launches were. I'm so sorry. So we have the concealer shade expansion. Looks like I got 5 shades to try out. Super exciting. Do also have the stretch foundation, which is supposed to be light to medium coverage, buildable, with 89% skincare base. I'm reading their words right off their site. It is supposed to leave your skin moisturized with a natural to you finish, guaranteed to look as good outside as it does in your bathroom mirror. Okay. And the 3rd launch is a brush that it comes with. I do already have on a bit of makeup. My preferred base is actually from Kosas, which, like I said, I did mention in that Olive Undertone video, so if you haven't seen that, I do recommend checking it out. They were the first brand that I found that made an Olive Undertone product that really matched my skin well, so that has been my go-to for a while. But I'm so excited that Glossier has options now, so I really hope that we can find a good match here. I'm gonna use some of their milky oil to wipe off some of this makeup. Fantastic for removing mascara, seriously. So this is usually what I bring when I'm traveling. I do also have a bit of hyperpigmentation, so we're really gonna be able to test out how well this product covers blemishes. So here you can see I do have a bit of post-inflammatory erythema, which are just these red marks that are left after an acne breakout or eczema flare-up. Super common, especially among skin of color. Okay, so here we go. No makeup on the cheek area. This is the brush applicator that they have come out with. It looks like there's a button on the side that you just press to unveil the brush. It is contoured to be able to hug and sculpt your cheeks, which I also thought was quite interesting for a foundation launch. I feel like this might be a better product for blush or something, but still cute. Still has the Glossier logo on there. You know how they do, period. We're gonna swatch a couple of the foundation shades to see which will be my best match. So I have the shade medium 3 right here. Looks like a decent match so far, not too bad. This formula is also pretty nice. It's lightweight, like they said. The next shade that I have is medium 5. Yes, no, that's what I'm looking for. Now immediately you can see how much more orange this first shade pulls. This shade looks a lot like my Kosas Revealer concealer that I use practically every day. This is gorgeous. And again, this is in the shade medium 5. I feel like that's gonna be the one, but let's keep swatching. The next shade that I have is medium tan 1, super olive. Honestly, it looks even more olive than this one. Interesting. Maybe that would make a pretty good option too. I'm between these 2 with the Olive Undertones right now. Finishing up here, we also have medium tan 2. I don't think this one is going to be as good of a match for me because my undertones are olive. Yeah, you can see this one does look a bit peachier. I feel like you can especially see it from this angle how much greener this shade in particular pulls. This one does appear to be a little bit more neutral or golden. This shade does have golden undertones, but it does look pretty orange on me. This is neutral undertones, so yeah, it is giving a little bit peachier, but still nice. And this is the last foundation shade that they sent me. This is in the shade Medium Tan 3. Okay, talk about orange. So these are the 5 shades I was sent. So between these 2 shades, medium 5 and medium tan, I'm gonna go out with the lighter one, which is medium 5 to start with. I do also have the corresponding concealer shade. I really don't want to swatch all the concealers because, as I already saw, they're not on my shade, so I want to be able to donate them or give them to friends, you know, without someone's like fingerprint in them. I hope you understand. So let's compare the shade medium 5 to my original shade G8. As you can see, this concealer has been used and played with. One thing that I don't love is if you do have longer nails, you know, it's a little hard to get your finger in there without just flicking it around. This is in the shade G8, the original, and now next to it, brand new. See, I like it when it's new, it's super easy. Oh, now this is interesting. Medium 5 looks a little orange on camera next to G8. This is a first impressions video, y'all, so I'm just figuring this out for the first time. I've not tried these products beforehand. Okay, so this is G8 compared to medium 5. Medium 5 definitely looks a bit darker, a little bit more orangey too. This one does look a little bit peachier. I wonder if the formula is oxidizing at all, but it pretty much came straight out like that. This is medium 3, which still looks darker than G8. I'm a little bit confused right now. I know a lot of people, I'm sure, have questions with the new shade range about, okay, if I was using this shade before, what's going to be a better option for me? I don't know, because I'm confused too, to be honest with you. Let's give the foundation a shot anyway. I'm going to apply this all over, and then we'll tap into some concealer. So here we have shade medium 5. We're also going to try out this new brush and paint the side of the face. I'll go in with 1 pump. We'll see how well the coverage works. Tapping into some of the product right there. Very interesting brush for sure. Okay. This is what I thought was gonna happen too. As I'm applying it, it's moving around. So, okay, I didn't have it locked in place. That was on me. So make sure that you are locking that first. You know what? Actually, I do kind of like this brush to apply foundation though. It's so quick and easy. I doubted her initially, but yeah, this contour, wow, I'm speechless. It's so smooth. First of all, the bristles. It's not the best for detail work, but if you're just going in and want it, you know, really quick all over the face, this is a good brush. So as you can see, it is definitely light to medium coverage. Doesn't quite cover up all of my pigmentation. That's to be expected. It is Glossier, you know. It's giving a nice bit of glow to the skin, just a healthy natural finish. Okay. Let's compare it to my normal base, which is over here. Again, this is the Kosas concealer. It's a pretty good shade match for me. And again, this does have olive undertones. This is also light to medium buildable coverage. So fairly similar. Now with some of these spots, let's go over with some concealer. I'm gonna keep using the same shade. This is medium 5. Rub some of that in there. And let's just tap right on over. Same formula, just an expanded shade range. Okay. You know, to be honest, the stretch concealer was never the best at covering blemishes in my opinion. If you are someone that's dealing with hyperpigmentation, it's still gonna peek through a little bit at the end. I feel like you can kind of see where I applied the concealer on camera. Like, is it just me or does it look a little bit different? I don't know, I feel like it's standing out a bit more than it should. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this makeup from the other side and do a full face now, because I'm still thinking. I just feel like this side of my face comparatively looks a little bit more, like, especially where this concealer is. And it's not that it's not blended out well, but doesn't it just look a little bit orange here? Maybe it's just the lighting, I don't know. But it almost looks like maybe I have a little bit of bronzer right there. Do y'all see it? Am I crazy? The finish of this foundation though is beautiful, to be expected. But super pretty, skin-like, natural, but also still it's foundation, you know? Like, I feel like it still looks like you're wearing makeup, for sure, to an extent. Okay, so I have removed the rest of the makeup that was on my forehead, covering up these 2 blemishes, and on this side of the face, where I do again still have a little bit of hyperpigmentation, but it is less than the first side. Let's start with the forehead, I'm going to just use the concealer. Again, this is in the shade Medium 5. I prefer to spot conceal most of the time because it's quick, it's easy, and it always looks natural. I will just tap over the blemish where I want the most coverage and then blend out around the perimeter. This is what we're working with so far. I feel like it looks pretty good. I'm in front of a window. It is a cloudy day, so this is just straight up natural lighting, nothing artificial. Honestly, I feel like it covered up that blemish pretty well though. I'm a little bit surprised. Let me keep using the concealer on this side and then we'll see how it compares to the foundation. Not bad so far. Again, I do have less hyperpigmentation on this side though, so it's much easier to cover. The shade match isn't really, it's not as perfect as I would want it to be. It is still a little bit orange on me, which is kind of disappointing. I like when I'm able to blend out a product and, you know, obviously you don't see this line because the color match is so bomb that it just seamlessly blends right in. I mean, it's definitely not bad if you are using a foundation, so you're going to be applying it all over the face, making your skin all one tone. But if you are just spot concealing, I don't know, it's not necessarily the best shade match. Like, it does stand out compared to the areas of my face where there are no makeup. Does that make sense? Let's pop on a little bit of foundation to just even out the face on this side. Do y'all see that? Like, I feel like the foundation is a better shade match than the concealer, but they're both supposed to be the same shade. This looks more olive, this one looks a bit more orangey. Y'all see that too? And that is what I noticed on the other side as well. Okay, this brush is fun. I kind of like this brush. If you just want to, you know, get that one seamless blend, this brush is nice. I'm more into just using fingers, but she works. Okay, the glow though, gorgeous finish. I feel like you can still see where this concealer was applied over here. Am I tripping? Okay, but look at this now. You can clearly see where the foundation has not been applied, which is on my nose. I tend not to put product there because, like I said, I like to spot conceal. I don't want to put makeup over areas that are fine on their own. But you can really see this area just looks more, a little bit paler, a little bit redder here, and my upper lip, areas that don't have any product, my eyelids. I don't like to, like, I don't apply makeup there because what's the reason? I don't know. I think the stretch foundation, like, I would definitely pull this out on special occasions or something when I do want to wear foundation. I will say straight up, I'm not really a foundation girly. Like I said, I do just primarily spot conceal. So I don't know that this would be a product that I reach for all the time. But if you are someone that likes not full coverage but a full face of makeup and you do like lightweight foundations, I definitely think that you're gonna like this one. Like I said, Glossier is one of my favorite brands. I am a stan, so I do tend to be a little bit more critical when it comes to their products versus other makeup brands. I know some of you may be watching this video like, the product looks gorgeous, you know, what's the problem? There isn't one. I think that Glossier speaks to a very specific audience, right? It's very niche. It's the people that like the no makeup look. And for this brand, this is a product that is a little bit more makeup-y. It's still a part of the no makeup, but it's more makeup than their perfecting skin tint, for sure. You know what I mean? It's got a beautiful finish, gorgeous glow to the skin, healthy, not dewy, natural. Definitely depends on what your base is underneath. I like to use a dewy sunscreen, so that still shows through, but it gives you a natural, non-greasy appearance. I do definitely think that a lot of people are going to love this foundation, honestly. But like I said, just for me, is this a product that I'm going to be using every day? Probably not, because I'm just not a foundation girly to begin with. The concealer was okay. It was cool. It was just a little bit orangey for me, and I'm surprised because it's Olive Undertones. And I really don't want to mess around with the other products because I do want to be able to give them away to someone without sticking my fingers inside. My go-to concealer for the last like 2 years or so has been the Kosas Revealer Concealer. I will swatch this side by side. This one does have Olive Undertones, like I've said, It has a light to medium coverage, buildable. Now if we swatch this next to the foundation, oh, this is interesting now. See, okay, I'm confused. I just swatched the Glossier next to the Kosas, and Glossier looks a lot more olive. It looks like it matches me much better. This is the foundation in shade medium 5. Kosas is looking a little peachy next to her. I think I may have to view this foundation in different lighting because I'm confused right now. Alright y'all, I've given it a little bit of time to allow the product to set in slightly better. I don't know if it looks like a difference on camera, but I don't know, it looks really nice in person. This foundation just looks like a your skin but better essentially. As you can see, the concealer did work well to cover up my blemishes on my forehead, but I'm still a little, the jury's still out on that one. I think I need to play with the new concealer shades a little bit more before I finalize my opinion on them. But the foundation, I definitely would recommend. This is gorgeous. I like this brush. It blends out foundation so quickly. I don't know how practical it truly is though, or how much I'll honestly be using it, but with this foundation I certainly will because it was just so easy, you know. The foundation I definitely am a fan of. I don't know if the prices are out yet for how much this product will cost. I do know that their Perfecting Skin Tint I believe currently retails for $26 USD, so I assume that this foundation is going to be about $28 or $30. This launch will be coming out on August 22nd, so very soon. If you are interested and you are a foundation fan, definitely recommend checking out. This will also be available in Sephora stores at some point, but once it's in stores, make sure you are swatching it. And honestly, I would say make sure you try to leave the Sephora store first and check it out in natural lighting, because sometimes the lighting in Sephora lies to you. Yeah, this foundation has settled in really lovely. It just looks like skin. Honestly, I'm a fan. Yeah. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I do hope it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye y'all. Stay safe.